was just a blessing that whole week. And I found the house, and it was just perfect. Like, I can't explain to y'all. It just was divine timing. Everything worked out great. Got all new furniture. I literally packed my Honda up with my clothes. I left everything behind me. I left my apartment, all that, and just came and moved and just started a whole new life. And just that, being in a different city where everybody's hustling, getting to it, it's big, it's fast, there's so much going on. Music is big there, fashion is big there. It just was so inspiring. And then I ended up being around people that were doing things I wanted to do, on top of knowing things I didn't know. So that really helped elevate me. Your circle was everything. The company you keep determines where you're going to be at. When I hit my burnout point from all the boutique stuff, because it was a lot that came with that, for real, y'all. Like, me living far out from the city and had very few friends, it taught me how to do so much. I had to model. I never was a model in person, but it taught me how to model, run a website, do the orders. I was shopping. I was doing all the emails, making my flyers. Y'all, I learned how to do everything for my boutique. And it got to the point where it did start to be a burnout, because I come back to Cleveland and do pop-ups, and people would come. I rent out hotel rooms, and the girls would come. I had mimosas, champagne, fruit, food, and we talking, laughing, they shopping. It was a whole vibe, and I'm gonna have clips of that too at the end. But yeah, it was a whole vibe, but it became too much, because trying to keep up with all the different styles. So when something sell out, you trying to figure out, okay, all right, I got to get back out to LA to get something even different from what Atlanta got. So it just became a whole lot. And I was just, I ain't gonna lie, I was just getting tired of it, for real. And I'm like, all right, I need to be doing something else. And then the money started slowing up. And it's just like, when I post on social media, it felt like I was begging, like, hey, y'all shop here. And I'm like, okay, the orders ain't coming in. Okay. And it's costing me a lot of money, because I was a big shopper. I put a lot of money into that boutique when I moved there. I put over $20,000 into it. Like, and I just kept buying stuff, but it was selling out. But then it got to a point where you had your seasons where it got slow, and it is what it is. It got slow, and money started looking funny, and kind of got caught behind on some bills. And I was like, all right, I got to figure something out. I jumped into rideshare. Rideshare started giving me extra money, and I was like, this same day fast money, like literally I get paid after this ride. I got addicted to it. So me becoming addicted to the fast money without having to beg people, I kind of just lost passion for it, and say, hey, I just keep what I got, because I still had a lot of inventory. So I was just selling the stuff I got and just started doing rideshare. And then that came to a point where that opened up a lot of doors with the people I was meeting, getting clients, and I'm making even more money now. So it was just like, yeah, I'm cool on the boutique stuff. And I found myself doing rideshare for 3.5 years. So I started to get burnt from that, because Atlanta is overpopulated. It feel like it's 1 billion people there. You be in traffic for like an hour trying to go to 10 minutes. Ain't nothing fun about that. And that's just the whole entire day of Atlanta up until about 8. That's when everybody started going in. So it was just like, all right, I'm just finding myself getting drained, because I'm working so hard driving, and it just was becoming a burnout. So I had my point where I was like, look, God, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I surrendered. Like, this was all last year. My father died in January. That February, I ended up finding out that I had to get a blood transfusion, because my blood was too low. I had pre-diabetes and fibroids. All that was just a lot on me. That whole year last year was just a lot. And I had just got to the point where I'm like, God, what am I supposed to be doing? And yes, I did reverse my pre-diabetes, and I ended up getting a blood transfusion, which gave me more energy, that made me better. You know, women, we tend to be anemic, black women at that. So I started being natural. I let the wigs go. I let the makeup go. And I just started embracing my natural beauty even more. And I've been doing that like every day. And it just really feels good to like be yourself and not trying to dress up to be somebody else just to look good for other people. And that's what women do, and I'm just keeping it real. We do it to look good for ourselves, but then again to look good appealing to other people. So I'm glad I'm out of that phase. Like I don't care about none of that. Like I get more love this way. You know what I'm saying? So and to be honest, men really don't like all that stuff, y'all. They really love a natural woman that's confident in herself. So with that being said, I just transitioned. God spoke to me and was like, look, start writing your story. So I started writing my story.